Hello, today I'm doing my March wrap up. So let's get started. I'm going to do it in chronological order instead of my personal ranking, but yeah, so we're going to start with the first book that I read in the month, which was Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Nyan. My biggest issue with this one was the fact that I just didn't feel connected anymore to these characters because I really enjoyed book one, but I feel like the expanding of the world just didn't really work that well in this one. And I gave this one 3 stars. Next, I have Lumberjanes Volume 17, Smitten in the Stars. And I give this 4 stars. Um, this was a pretty standard volume of Lumberjanes. I don't know, it just didn't like do that much because volume 16 I gave 5 stars. I really enjoyed volume 16. I'm still gonna read the series. I love the series, so I'm still gonna continue reading the series because I do really still enjoy it, and I love getting to know these characters. The next book that I read was Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This was a reread, and upon reread, I still give it 5 stars. I still love this series and these characters. I don't know when I'm going to reread the next books, but yeah, it's going to happen eventually. Next up is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is book 2 in the Bone Season series. I, again, was rereading this one, but upon reread, just something felt different, and I gave this 4 stars instead of the 3 stars that I gave it previously. And I can't wait to continue with this series. I actually really enjoyed this book upon reread. Um, I think what didn't give it a 5 stars is I just didn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like a 5 star book for me yet, but who knows? So next we have Hedwig and the Angry Inch by John Cameron Mitchell and Stephen Trask. This is a very short play slash musical. I think that's honestly why I didn't love this. Um, it just didn't, because I don't know. I feel like this one is one that you have to actually see and listen to and not just read it because the songs just didn't have that impact. The plot didn't really feel there. It just felt really like a concert and not a play. And I gave this one 3 stars. So next we have our Hedwig and the Angry Inch and a large portion of the next ones were all for Bookopolis weekend. So next we have A Whisper in the Dark by Jesse Elliott and KJ Sutton. I almost said Charlie Travesty because that's the series name. I give this one 3 stars, mainly because there's something towards the end that just didn't make me feel comfy. Just a character was introduced and I just didn't vibe with what was happening. There's external reasons or internal reasons, so yeah, I give this 3 stars. I still am interested in continuing. I just need to take a break and then get back into it. So next we have Dark Harmony by Laura Thalassa, which is the final book in the Bargainer series. which is one of my favorite series. I love this series with all of my heart. But this last book really disappointed me, specifically because I hated the villain reveal. I'm gonna talk a little bit about spoilers. So skip ahead if you don't want to hear about Dark Harmony. I'll keep my hand up and I'll put it down when I'm done talking about Dark Harmony. So my biggest gripe with Dark Harmony is the fact that the villain was a god, and our main character Callie just so easily was able to kill a god. And that's one of my least favorite tropes in anime and mangas. So when it happened in a romance novel, it really bugged me because it just felt so fake and so not real. All right, so next book we have is Summer Wars Part 2 out of 2. This is a manga series that was an adaptation of a anime movie that my friend gave me for Christmas, and I actually really enjoyed this one. It follows a kid named, what was the main character's name? Kenji? Anyway, so this follows a kid named blank that I can't remember the name of, as he goes to a girl named Natsuki's home or family home for the summer, and ends up fighting a online war, as there was a hacker into a game that he helped develop, I think. I give this 4 stars. I think the family element is what really makes this. Yes, there's this like cyber war, but the family element is really what gets you for this series. Next up, we have The Pain by Existence, The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. Holy shit, this book destroyed me because of how fucking long it was. I read this because I was hosting a buddy read in Becca's Discord, but no one else has read it except like one other person, and it really I literally read almost half of it during Bookopolis weekend, and by weekend I mean Saturday. I read most of it in one day. I gave this 4 stars, but it kind of just destroyed me mentally, and I don't know how to cope anymore because of how fucking dense it was. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read the next books. I don't know if anyone else is gonna read it, so I don't know if I'm hosting the live show anymore either. Alright, next we have, I'm going to just talk about the graphic novel series, or the webcomic series that I read basically in a single day. Like two days. I have Rain Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I've also caught up. I literally binged this entire series in like 3 days. This series follows a trans girl named Rain who transfers to a new school so she can fully be out, because at her previous school she was not out and now she is, and she meets a really great group of friends who are all LGBTQ plus, except the one token straight guy, and it's just a really warm and fuzzy with some serious moments, and I am so happy that I found this series because it has gone under one of my favorite webcomic series, along with Heartstopper, Tripping Over You, and yeah, those two. Because there's one other one that I am caught up with and keep caught up with, but I fucking hate that. I just don't like the webcomic series because it follows directly a book that I have read the storyline that they follow, and I just really hate the main character that we're currently on. Alright, next we have Kakegurui Volume 6 by Homura Kawamoto. This is the 6th volume in the Kakegurui Compulsive Gambler series. This follows a girl named Yumiko who is a compulsive gambler, and she loves to gamble. And the new school that she's at, the student council runs gambling like as basically like as your classes. I give this one 5 stars. This one has my favorite gamble of the series so far, and I'm really excited to continue with Volume 7 because it's finally getting into like the stuff that I'm currently on in the anime, so I'm excited to continue. Alright, next we have another 5-star, which I have quite a few of those this month because of the rain volumes, and that is God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. I love this series a lot. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to love it as much as I do, but holy shit, I love this series. This follows Mia Corvair, who is a assassin who went to the Red Church, which is an assassin school, and there's just so much that I love, specifically about this one. Yeah, I'm really excited to continue on and read the final book, because holy shit, I can't believe I'm on the final book of this series already. Lastly, we have Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. I finally read this book. Oh my gosh. This is Twilight told in Edward's point of view. This is 3 stars because I don't love series book series that contain one book that is just the first book retold in the love interest point of view, especially if it doesn't add anything, and I don't think this added anything, because even like the climactic scene, we get Edward's point of view, and then we get a full chapter literally containing everything that Bella saw during the climax. So it just didn't feel necessary. But if she does New Moon, I'll still read it. Alright. That was my March wrap-up. And yeah, so if you would like to see more videos from me, tell me what you guys read down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!